Alright, oh hello, welcome to Olga's Kitchen. We're going to be cooking some wonderful whole foods today. Whole foods are whole foods, and then we just chop them, make them edible, you know, like a whole food. It's a little shriveled up, but it's going to get better when we cook it. I have a variety of things that I like to use. I like to use Bragg's. I'm going to use tahini. I might use the maple syrup. Here's some hot pepper sesame oil. I'm not sure about that, but it's wonderful. And agave. We really love agave, and sea salt. And we're going to bake some tofu and probably cook some pasta, whole grain pasta. I mean, no, gluten-free pasta. Gluten-free pastas. They come in all sizes and shapes. Water. It's just a pot of water. We're trying to boil it. We're going to put something in there. We're going to put the pasta in there, and we're going to put the greens in there with the pasta. And first we have to get a few things ready, like, I smell something burning. Nothing's burning yet. What is called rapini? It's a broccoli rabe, and we just cut the stems off. Oh gosh, I wasn't supposed to cut those off. I just remembered, usually we use those. But anyway, oops, oops. There's just not as much without it. Okay, let's see, we're going to put it in here, we're just going to rinse it. Just rinse it, you know, very easily, because this water is, you know, got a lot of crap in it, and you don't want to have too much of that in your life. But here's the, they need to open the tofu, because you know what, I should open this before, but anyway, opening tofu, be very careful. And then I'm going to take the tofu out, and you need to squeeze the water out of the tofu. You can either squeeze it by hand if you've cut it up in little pieces, or you can put it in between two plates like that and put something heavy on it, like my protein powder, and that will squeeze the water out of it. Eventually, in about 5 minutes, there'll be like a puddle of water. We'll just get rid of that, and then we'll chop it up, and we'll bake it with some tahini and Bragg's. Look at my tofu. You can't see it maybe, but I'm going to show you. Under here, watch this water that comes out. There we go. We don't want that water. Why? Well, who needs all that water? We don't really need it. Because we want this to soak up the sauce. We don't want it to be, you know, we're gonna put a little, oh, come over here. All right, we put a little olive oil in the pan. My hands are clean. I hope. And we'll just cut the tofu up, and then we're going to put the sauce over it and just mix it together, and my knife is where? Oops. Where's the knife? Okay. Cutting tofu is really fun. It's not an art to it or anything. You just cut it any way you want. Just keep your fingers out of the way so you don't cut your fingers. Look at those nice little, and if they have too much water in them, I just squeeze out the excess water and then drop, oops, no, I didn't. My wastebasket is hungry. Come here. So here we have some boiling water. Woohoo! All right, I want to add a little sea salt to that, and I'm not sure why exactly, but we just put the pasta in here to cook, and it cooks for 7 to 10 minutes. But we'll put the timer on, and we'll make it for 2 minutes less, because we're going to, after it's cooked, then we'll add the green right into it, so the green cooks for the last 2 minutes, and then we'll drain it and put oil and lemon on it, and it'll be wonderful. Because dark greens are the future of the country. We might not have SCI or, you know, what's a majigger, quinoa growing here, but we have greens growing here. They're everywhere. The South is going to, you know, the Civil War, they lost it, but they might make it back again with their abundance of greens. So Northerners, watch out. Get your greens. Help me. In my freezer, I have a lemon tree in the backyard, but these are my lemon cubes, because my lemons all are ripe at the same time, so just make them into ice cubes, and then you freeze them, and then you have lemon for like about a year. And this is the magic stuff for sauces. You need it. We'll be adding Bragg's. This is like soy sauce, but it's made from amino acids, so it's not as, I mean, look, we already have soy. We don't need soy sauce. You know what I mean? It's like too much soy. And that's the timer for time to put the greens in with the pasta. We just put, see, the pasta has cooked for like 2 minutes less than it needs. Then we add the broccoli rabe. right on top because it only needs to cook for a couple minutes. You can get in, see? And then we just cook it. Oh man, those leaves are big. Look at those. But they're going to be, it's delicious. It's delicious, it's nutritious, you're going to love it. Delicious, it's nutritious, you're going to love it. Delicious, it's nutritious, you're going to love it. I just found this recipe in a book. I have a book on bananas too. My mother gave me that, even though I don't really like bananas, but you know, what are you going to do? It's your mother, you can't stop her. Okay, well, beans and the pasta are ready. Oh, beautiful greens and pasta. And we did the colander to, not to rinse it, but to get the water off. And there's the pasta and the greens all cooked together. Gluten-free pasta with rapini. And I'll put it in this bowl. And we'll add, you know what we'll add is the lemon cubes. The lemon cubes. They're cold, they're frozen, and that will cool down the pasta and stop the cooking process of the greens, because the greens are hanging out with the pasta and they'll keep cooking. It's not good. Okay, so we'll let that cool down, and now look at, we have the tofu. It has a little oil and a little brags on it. Really have too much brags on tofu has really not a lot of flavor, and it needs a little help. Now this not. You might want to do this differently, but you can mix up sauce in a container before you put it in there, or you can do it the lazy way, the fast way, like this. Just put it on there, and you know what? We might add just a little maple syrup. Makes people eat it. This is tahini, but I took the label off. And you buy this at like a Middle East store where they make falafel and stuff like that. That's the best place to don't get it at the health food store. It's way overpriced and it's really not even organic. Who cares about it? But look at this. This is tofu and it's going to taste fabulous. If you just cook it, add a little bit water so it doesn't lose all of its juice. What do you think? Could you eat this tonight? Maybe not. Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to add a little water. All right, this is going to bake for about a half hour at 350. Here we go. Look at the ice cube. It's half melted, so that's going to work. Look at it. It's not turning brown. It's still green. It's still bright green. And we'll just add a little, again, brags or in place of salt or with salt. And a little oil. We'll use the hot sesame oil. Ooh, that's hot stuff. It's really good. Not everybody likes hot stuff, but... Oh, smell that. Smell it. Can you smell it? It's very good. Does it smell good? It smells really good. With vegetable, and we have tofu that's cooking, and that's all we have for today. We're so happy that you came to the kitchen, Olga's kitchen. Have a wonderful day, and bye. See you later, or come back soon.